y'all, it has been a journey. You hear me? A journey within this year of entrepreneurship, you guys. I will say I have been in business more than a year. However, I really started considering myself a business like a year and a half ago. Though I've had my LLC, though I've had my business bank account, though I've had all these things, whenever I was just had YouTube, for some reason, my mind was not computing that I was also a business owner and not just a content creator and influencer. And so that's something that I kind of had to shift my mind on. However, I have been in business probably like 3 to 4 years at this point, but I'm really just talking about whenever I introduced our coaching program into our business, that's what I'm talking about. Like this period of a year and a half is what I'm kind of referencing during this video. So anyway, it has been a crazy journey. It has been exciting, exhausting, fun, rewarding, so much. So I just want to come and share with you guys what my year of entrepreneurship, what my year and a half entrepreneurship really has looked like. And yeah, hopefully you guys can find any tips and tricks and anything that can help you as well. So let's hop in. Hey y'all, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Every time I do that, like my legs fling up. Anyway, y'all can't see them. Who cares? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, what's up? My name is Andrea. I'm so glad you're here. If you guys are returning, thanks for coming back. All right, thanks for coming back. So like we talked about in the intro, this video is about my 1 year, like 1.5 year journey of entrepreneurship. Again, that's when we started our coaching program, is when I'm kind of counting this like year and a half time period. Okay, so it's been a journey. It's been craziness, and so that's why I just wanted to come and talk to you guys about it today. So let's just get to it. Okay, so the first thing that I've learned through this journey is that it's it's way harder than it looks like it is online. Okay, I feel like online, a lot of online business owners kind of just show the highs and the money and the lifestyle, the laptop lifestyle and all these things, but don't show the grit that really goes into it, like the late night, the 12-hour days, the, you know, not being able to hang out with friends as much. And there's so many things that I feel like are missing from what a lot of people show online. And so we kind of glamorize this entrepreneurial lifestyle, not realizing, yo, you're probably gonna work hard as an entrepreneur than as like someone working a 9 to 5 in the beginning phases. That's not always, but in the beginning phases, you definitely are. So you have to have that mindset behind it to actually show up for yourself, show up for your business, and show up for the life you want. And so that's something that I've learned over the course of this. I've also been able to see behind the scenes of a lot of people's businesses because I'm in different coaching programs, and it's been really cool. So over the past, right now, I'm in the middle of a coaching program that's a 12-month coaching program. So really over the past year and a half, I've been in 2 programs, if that makes sense, because I'm in the middle of one right now and finishing out the year. Anyway, so I've been able to like literally talk to a lot of business owners who I would see online, and I'm like, oh my God, hey girl, what's up? Or hey, what's up? You know, like, it's just really cool to see like the behind the scenes and to realize the fact that my problems are not isolated to me. A lot of people have the same issues, the same thoughts, the same quick questions, the same questions they think that are dumb, and things like that. But actually like showing up and asking for help is really where that power is, and realizing that just because this person may be at a different stage of business than you doesn't mean that they haven't gone through those same things, and doesn't mean that you're alone. So at the moment where you feel like you want to quit, at the moment where you feel like, yo, this is a lot, like realizing that so many other people feel the same way, though on Instagram, though on YouTube, though on TikTok, whatever platform, it's just like, oh my God, we had a 5K launch, and they don't even tell you what really went into that 5K launch, the anxiety that may have come with that, the burnout that may have resulted after that. You never know, or the joy that they have in terms of the launch, in terms of the process. But the process is really like the thing that I've learned is way harder than it looks like it is online. Another thing is mindset. My mindset has had to level up, has had to elevate in this season of my life when it comes to business. So I don't show up, if I don't do my part, it's not like my 9 to 5 or like my full-time job. It's like, then things don't happen. You see what I'm saying? Like at least like on the 9 to 5 or the full-time job, things still kind of go and you're able to have that time. But with your own business, it can be a lot, especially when you feel like you're going through mindset things or anxiety or depression or things like that. It's figuring out how to get your mindset in the right place to show up how you need to show up online and for your business and for your team. And so those are some things that I've learned. That was like 8 points in one, but there you go. Number 2 is I had to really learn and get over my thought process or this limiting belief or money block, whatever this was. Okay, so then number 2 is I had to come out of alignment with the thought process that sales was sleazy and come in alignment of the thought process that sales is service. And so if you don't have sales in your business, you aren't in business, like period, you're not. And so unless you're like a content creator, etc., but then even that, you're gonna have other products and services and things like that that people can invest in and work with you in, etc. But in terms of sales, it's like I hired a sales coach because I was like, I know this is one of my biggest areas of issue at the moment. This was like 1.5 years ago, and I'm glad I hired her when I did, because sales, if you don't have sales in your business and you're a product or service based entrepreneur, then you don't have a business. And so getting comfortable with sales and showing up and pitching and asking for the sale and putting your offers out there, that is something that was a lot of mindset gunk that I had to kind of overcome. And just FYI, that's just kind of what happened. And I used to work at this job, fresh out of college. I used to work at this job. It was like this kind of like sleazy sales job, just being very honest, because we would literally be cold calling people who never gave us their number. So if y'all got a cold call, I could have been on the other side of that cold call. That's how that worked. But so yeah, I feel like because of those moments and because of doing that, I felt like sales was sleazy. But then I had to shift my mindset. I'm like, yo, if Walmart can show up and Walmart is selling their services, selling their products, other entrepreneurs can show up and sell the crap out of their services. Why can't I show up? Why can't I do that? And so I hired pretty much a mindset and sales coach to help me learn really how to sell through my content, all that good stuff too. And now I'm much better than I was before. So that's why I truly believe in the power of coaching, the power of a mentor, paid mentor, like a coach, because you guys, I was stuck in a place that I didn't know how to get out of, and sales just was that thing where I was like, and I knew if I wanted to have a living business, then I had to get good with sales. I was really good with marketing. I'm really good with digital marketing and content marketing, etc. But just that last step of asking for the sale was the difficult part. And now what I do with my content and what I teach my clients is how to infuse sales psychology and just the art of sales into your content. And so anyway, it's been a journey in terms of that, and I'm super excited. I'm super thankful and proud of myself for taking that leap and investing in that coach that has helped me so much and still is helping me to this day with her processes. Number 3 is taxes suck, period. Number 4, I'm just kidding. Taxes suck, all right? But I will say, to make it easier, I use QuickBooks, and keeping up with it throughout the year is vital. I'm now at the point where I am paying quarterly taxes, and my God, I'm like, okay, whatever. But I also have a CPA, and my CPA really helps me so much. So I can't even talk about this topic too in depth, because I will be honest, my CPA helps me a lot when it comes with taxes. They literally do my taxes. But yeah, I use QuickBooks and we work on that together. And any like receipts I save for my business, I have like my own business account. And if y'all want details on this, I can give them to you in a separate video. Let me know if this helps. But yeah, taxes, just do them. They're inevitable. They're gonna come, and it's okay. And as you grow, the more you're probably gonna have to pay eventually. And so I'm at a point where I'm paying quarterly taxes, and this is the first time, honestly, recently, this is the first time me paying quarterly taxes. So here we go. But yeah, so just do them and be on top of them, and don't wait till the last minute. And also set your tax money aside so that you don't touch it. So every single time you're taking a certain percentage out and putting it over there. Again, I'm not a tax expert, okay? And I can look at what my CPA has guided me on and give you guys those notes. However, right now, I ain't got it for you, but there's a certain percentage you're supposed to take out for taxes, and then set that aside. That way at the end of the year, or for quarterly taxes, if you're at the point where you're paying quarterly taxes, and you have that ready and it's not a stretch and you don't go broke trying to pay somebody's taxes, okay? Number 4 is that I have learned that I truly love working with clients. I truly love working with Christian business owners and entrepreneurs to help them with their marketing and help them with their sales, to help them actually live out the vision that God has given them, to help their families, to help themselves better their financial situation, leave that legacy. I truly love to do that. And it's one of those things where there's been moments where I've been super down. This is actually like last week. I was like super down, just as an example. And I got on a coaching call that we have within the program, and literally it just like, I just felt like life was just breathed into me at that moment. Like, it's something that I love to do so much. And I'm super excited that I've decided to take this route of business and work with clients and work with people in our group coaching program. So speaking of, if you were interested, if you were a small business owner or an entrepreneur and you were trying to figure out how to get your business in front of a new audience on a consistent basis organically, if that's something that you're interested in, I definitely invite you to come apply for our program. It is called YouTube Pro. There may be a name change soon, but I don't know. Anyway, it's called YouTube Pro as of right now, and I'll put the link in the description box for you, as well as the link is andreadenise.com/YouTube Pro. So if you're interested in our coaching program, that is how you get involved. Okay, also really quick, you guys, I have a free gift for you. It is the ultimate guide to a profitable business using the power of YouTube. It is a free guide for you. It is only free for this long. So if you're interested in it, check out the link in the description box as well. And I will also put the link on the screen here for you. The link is andreadenise.com/guide. Okay, that is how you get access to it. It has, we're busting through mindset blocks. We are shifting beliefs. We are overcoming objections and myths and things like that when it comes to that profitable business that you want to have. And also there is a visibility business assessment that I have given you guys for free within this guide. You're going to take that and then report back to us your score and all that good stuff. And also just a really good resource for you to figure out where you are right now and kind of what are the things, where are your gaps and how can you improve. So anyway, that is in the description box down below for you. Check that out. Okay, so the next thing is over this year and a half, I've learned that I cannot do this without God, and I don't want to do this without God, quite honestly. I felt like there was a season, which I'm still honestly, I'm at the tail end of the season, but it's like I had in mind what I wanted and I decided to go after it no matter if that was God's will or not. Okay, I know I'm not alone on this. And it came with a lot of like stress and overwhelm and just exhaustion. And it's one of those things where as well, like, okay, a while ago, I would spend time with God every single morning, at least 30 minutes a day in the morning. Sometimes before I even got out of bed, or sometimes I would come into my living room and do it. And there was a season, and honestly, I'm still coming out of that season where I felt like, it's not that I didn't need God, because I would never dare say that, but it was like my actions were kind of aligning with that mentality, though I didn't realize it. And then whenever I would get overwhelmed or stressed or burned out, I wouldn't realize it until I'm stressed and overwhelmed and burnt out that was having a direct impact on me as a person. And so I will honestly say, in terms of business, keeping God at the center of my business has been such a big lesson that I have come to. And I think it's one of those things too, where it's like, shoot, well, I built all this up. Like, what if I do all this? What if I did all this and then God tells me I shouldn't have done this? Or what if I did all this and then God tells me like, yo, that was the wrong route or whatever. And it's like, so I felt like I was kind of leaning into that, and it was definitely pride. And so just keeping God at the center of my business, and I talked about this in a life update I recently did, but feeling like, yo, if I talk about God too much within like business content and things like that, it's gonna offend somebody. But I'm like, the gospel is the gospel no matter if it offends somebody or not. And so it's one of those things where I'm like, hey, Andrea, what are you here to do? You're here to help people build their businesses, and not build their businesses, but market and get their businesses seen and help them get consistent clients and customers. But in the process of that is, one, to either help people who are not Christians come to Christ through my content, or to help those Christian business owners that I already help further expand their network and help touch more people through their businesses and lead people to Christ. The goal is kingdom. The goal is kingdom work. And so it's like, it's one of those things where I've really had to shift my mindset and get back aligned with God and stop walking in pride and thinking that I can do it alone and wondering why all of a sudden when I hit burnout or overwhelm or stress that, you know, it was just all of a sudden, because it wasn't. It was like it's an accumulative thing that has built up, though I didn't realize it in the time. So like hustling and striving are not ideals I align with anymore. I'm like, no, we're gonna do things sustainably, effectively, and within God's will. That's what we're gonna do, okay? I think another thing too is like there's a lot of people out here who obviously aren't Christians, and there's nothing wrong. Like people are people. Like people are amazing. God made everyone. God loves every single person. It's one of those things though, whenever I'm looking into business advice and looking into like success advice and things like that and mindset and personal development, it's very important that I align myself with someone who has my same values in terms of a Christian. And I say that because there was a time where I kind of went in like a little pathway over to the side because I didn't realize the things that that person was kind of instructing that, you know, everybody who was reading the book to do or whatever was not aligned with the Bible, was not aligned with what God would want Christians to do. And so anyway, that's my spiel on that. But keeping God in the center of your business, praying over your business, fasting over your business, and not just saying, yo, I got these goals. God, here you go, here them goals. No, like, God, how do we collaborate together? What goals should I set for my business? What should I ask you for my business? How am I not dreaming big enough for my business? You see what I'm saying? And so it's like one of those things where it's like, how can I ask bigger from you for my business? How do I allow myself to trust you more with my business and with our business? Let's talk about that. So anyway, those are some things that I've learned in terms of that point, but so hopefully that was helpful too. Okay, so the next thing is that a team helps so much. Yo, there was a time, okay, and I'm still coming out, like there's a lot of stuff that I'm talking about that I literally just came out of, but having a team helps so much. Like as the business owner, as a CEO, me not having to do like the admin tasks or my video editing or things like that helps me so much to focus on the actual like content creation process of it. Like my expertise is in terms of the content creation, digital marketing, content marketing. I want to focus on that and allow my team to excel in the things that they excel in their areas and take that off my plate. And so having a team has helped me so much. VAs, like assistants, content marketers, video editors. You need to structure your team in a proper way though, or you're gonna just be wasting money. If your team is not having a certain ROI, you're gonna be wasting money. If what they are doing is not leading to sales or profit or whatever that is in terms of that, then it's time to relook at their structure of their actual job, but to have that structure done before they get there, so you're not like flouncing around and stuff like that. You want to be organized. You want them to want to work there. You want them to want to work with you. And so having stuff organized has helped so much, and having just a good team environment has helped so much. I was gonna say another thing that I had to learn over this past year and a half is the fact that as the business owner, as a CEO, I have to make hard decisions. And one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make really in my life, just not just within my business, but in my life, was letting go of my very first assistant. And oh my God, it was horrible. It wasn't anything necessarily that she was doing. It was just I needed a bigger skill set, as well as it was a big time difference. And then there was also this other thing too, was I wanted to get someone who could help me with content, and that wasn't something that she like really had an expertise in. And so having to let go of my very first assistant who helped me so much was such a hard, it was like I literally cried afterwards after I got off the phone, because I was just like, it was so just emotionally draining for me. And so having to make those hard decisions, making them quick, making them happen, etc., is just something that I've had to learn, that as a business owner that I just have to do, and I have to make those hard decisions. So another thing is like that I realized is if you are new to business, if you are new in business, new to business, whatever, new to selling the thing that you're selling, your main focus should be sales and marketing. Your main focus should not be creating a whole bunch of email funnels or creating a whole bunch of slew of products and services. Your main focus should be on sales and marketing of how do you sell that thing. Just building it and having it built does nothing, okay, if it's not in the hands of people who it actually can help. And so focusing on sales and marketing as as your first and as my first priority has definitely been a game changer for me. Not necessarily like your brand colors, they matter, your website, they matter, little things like that, they matter, but if you have not nailed down your sales and marketing, none of that matters, if that makes sense. So sales and marketing is definitely first priority in terms of that, and that's definitely something I learned as well. And the last thing, not the last thing I learned, but the last thing I'm gonna include on this video is that it's hard, okay? It's hard, it is hard, it is hard, but it's like in life we gotta choose our hearts. What's harder? Working at a job that you know that your ability and your purpose surpasses, or working at a job that you know like, yo, like I don't wanna be here? Or what's the other side of that hard is running your own business and getting clients and having those sales and getting marketing help and stuff like that. What's harder? Running your business or being in a job that you hate? Running your business or never having and being able to leave a financial legacy down to your children? So it's like you have to choose your heart. So it's hard, but it's 1000% worth it. And honestly, I'm just so grateful to God for allowing me to help the clients that I get to help within our YouTube Pro program, and allowing me to just like have this platform that bringing you guys to me and me to you guys. And I just think it's definitely very, very cool. So it's hard. I just want to be very honest with y'all, right? Now we may make it look easy online, but it's a lot of long nights. It's a lot of times where I can't hang out with my friends, or I can't go out of town to, an Austin trip or something like that. But it's worth it. It's worth it at the end, in time management and managing your mind and staying in God's word and keeping God at the center is all extremely important. So anyway, you guys, I hope this video has been super helpful for you. Let me know if it was down below in the comments. What was your biggest takeaway? I would love to know what your biggest takeaway was in the comment section down below, okay? Don't forget to grab your ultimate guide to a profitable business using the power of YouTube. In the description box, I will put the link here on the screen. Again, it is andreadenise.com/guide, okay? Okay, one more thing as well, is if you're interested in our program, if you're interested in the YouTube Pro program, come and apply to join us, okay? Spots are limited, but we definitely want to invite you there if you are a business owner or an entrepreneur looking to learn how to get consistent sales, get consistent leads within your business, master content marketing, get your evergreen marketing funnel built out, and of course to have fun while you're doing all of it. Anyway, you guys, I love you to the moon and back. Again, any questions as well as biggest takeaway, comment that down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.